Hello all, and welcome to another episode of my single-player 117 survival world. In today's episode, we are going to be doing a couple of things. As I said in the last episode, we will be building the villager trading center, but before that, we just go on an end bust, because I need shulker boxes, because the melon pumpkin farm we built in the last episode is overflowing. So I'm going to start off by doing that, and then we will do that building and move all the villagers across. Let's get into it. So, as I've just said, the first thing we're going to be doing is going and getting a whole bunch of resources from the end. This includes the elytra and some shulker boxes. Now, I've already prepared my inventory and I'm ready to go. That diamond chestplate is probably going to break, and I don't mind because it's going to be replaced by an elytra. But while we're there, I also want to bring some obsidian to make a ender chest when we get there, or just pick one up using my silk touch pickaxe here. But I will travel over to the portal and find myself an end city, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back here at the end. We were just over there last episode. Ready to jump into this end gateway. I'll take down the coordinates, and then we'll go and find an end city. Let's go. And that did. Oh, it did. Alright, here we are. Let's go and find a city, huh? There's our first end city. Looks like it's a pretty small one, but at least we can get some shulker boxes from it. That's great. Alright, let's get over there. Start grabbing some stuff. I have picked up my wings, and it's time to fly. Oh, this is so much better than running around on the ground. I'm sorry, but it is. It's really nice to be flying around again. Although the levitation is quite annoying, actually. That's so much better. Okay, I'm here in post-recording land where I was dumb and forgot to record my audio. Yes, I'm in creative mode. This is a completely different world. If I fly over to where I meant to have my house, nothing there. The village is there. There's no creeper holes. My house isn't there. So, nothing. This is a completely separate world to what I'm normally playing in. I'm just dumb. And the next few clips will be in this world because I need to re-record them. So, this is the ravine we're going to transform. I had a whole bunch of materials. There were like three or four shulker boxes here of materials. But now we are going to get into a time lapse to transform this ravine from this into the final product. Along the way, there's going to be a couple of things you'll see pop up, which will be explained after the time lapse. Let's go. Okay, I'm still in this creative world. It's been about 2 seconds since I recorded the clip pre-time lapse, but during that last time lapse, I was building something. I was building the room that goes about here, um, and I got sick of not being able to instant mine, so I produced a beacon using it ended up being 4 wither skulls that I got from a fortress, as well as dying twice to said wither, and then collecting both the beacon or the wither star, crafting it into a beacon, and then collecting emeralds from my villager area, which is normally in about there. So that's what I've done. Um, yes, I know I'm stupid. I need to record audio. It's probably going to happen again if I'm being honest, but that's where the beacon that you'll see over in that area has popped out of. And yes, I want to clarify this again. This is a 100% different world. There's meant to be a melon and pumpkin farm in here. Nothing. There's meant to be a villager area in there. Nothing. In the normal world, there's like glass there and stuff. So, this is a completely different world. I want to clarify. I've not been running around in creative to do everything. It's all been in survival. I just needed to re-record because I'm an idiot. Yay. Okay. Now that the post-recording is continuing, I want to show you around this area. So obviously, I built this in that massive time lapse you just saw, and I love it. It's not done yet. There's still 3 more houses and a bit more terraforming at both ends to do. But overall, this is absolutely amazing. Like, when I first did this little section here, I was like, oh yeah, this is turning out pretty well. And yes, I know I'm going to have to vary up some of the textures in here. It's very one-colored, especially with the oak logs, but that's going to come later because I'm tired. But this is already looking really nice. Like I'm ignore the shulker boxes. I'm loving the pathways as they move around. I'm loving the position of the houses and how everything kind of jumps up and down and goes around things. I mean, especially this bit down here. This is the mossy area down here is great. Now I know this section isn't done, and there was some other areas up there that aren't done. There's like 4 more houses to do. This will be a mine area for the masons and stone workers to be working in. So that's where I'll put all those guys, and it'll be decorated in a mine kind of fashion. Up here will be actually no, that's up here will be where the weaponsmiths and toolsmiths work. So that'll be where I use all my iron and where I'll have my iron farm outputting its products into. Then over here will be where the farming area is, here and there. So I'll put the carrots and potato and wheat in there, and then I'll put the farming villages in here. So or the other way around. And essentially the melon and pumpkin drops. Oh, great. The melon and pumpkin drops that are over here in the side of this mountain will be pumped over here in shulker boxes, which I haven't done yet, and then dropped off in there, so that I can trade them with villagers. Then I've also got in here that I've for the 2 builds that I've already done. This is kind of like the villager. I like to think of it like a hospital almost. You've got the villager breeding modules here, which work pretty well. Oh, they should work pretty well. I haven't given them any food yet. And then in here, I've got where the zombification and the curing stations will be. So in here will be where I cure them. Sorry, pick them up, drop them in here. They get their trade selected, then zombified, then cured, and then taken out to wherever I take them. In here, I am so happy with how this looks. First off, this floor, smooth basalt, cobbled deep slate, and where is it? The normal deep slate. Absolutely beautiful combination. Stumbled across it by accident. Love it. This room is really quite amazing. This is where I'll be putting the librarians, so where I'll be getting all my books from. I was really surprised that, like, when I first put this together, I was like, oh, this is really flat and bland. But then I remembered I could put lecterns in. Now, lecterns are a really funny shaped block. Have I got any on me? Yeah. they're not a normal shaped block, like they actually do have clearly opaque and transparent sections. So I stuck them in the walls with bookshelves behind them, and it gives the depth that I wanted, and as does the roof. So I'm loving this room. It is really, really nice. I'm so happy that it turned out this way. But this will be where I put my librarians, and yes, they will be free to roam around in this space. They won't be allowed out. I control the fence gates. But because the librarians use the lecterns as their workstation, they'll just hang out in here, and then I'll just name them with name tags as to what their trades are. But overall, this is turning out really, really well so far. It's not done. I'm very much aware of that, but it's getting there. And what I've currently got is, well, I'm really happy with it. Especially that librarian room. There's obviously some details that need to go in, like I need to get some greenery in here. I need to cap off all of these with some slabs. Yes, there's the beacon I discussed. But yeah, I just need to cap everything off and finish out the build. And obviously build out some more stuff over there. But that will be in the next episode, because the time lapse you just watched took me 2.5 days, because I'm also quite busy and building this stuff. Like this is all custom terrain. It used to be just in here where the ravine was. You can kind of see where it was. I carved all of that out, built all of that custom terrain. I was over here clearing out some sand, clearing out some water in there, which will be used for a future project, as will that downstairs bit there. But overall, this is turning out really well so far. So this will be continued in the next episode. All right, we are currently about 1,000 blocks. About 500 blocks away from my base. And I was over here during my time lapse to grab the deep slate and the. What are you doing? To grab the deep slate and the basalt for the floor in the library, because there's a geode over there somewhere. But I stumble across this mine shuffle, and I think, you know what, let's just have a look around. So I do. I find these two cave spider spawners literally next to each other. That's already pretty good. But then I keep exploring a little bit further, and it's just down through here. So, hang on, no, it wasn't that way. No, I've already cleared it out. So I've got these two. Then literally over here is a third one. That's already, oh, that's bad. That's already amazing. That's 3 within easy spawning range. They will all be loaded. But it turns out there's a 4th one right there. So that's 4 within that loading range. Because remember, the first 2 are quite literally just there. That's definitely loadable if I stand just in there. But then it gets better. Over here is a 5th one. Once again, this is within the loadable area. There are 5 cave spider spawners within this one loaded area. This is going to be turned into a farm next episode, along with the 6 bee nests or whatever I've got. So, look forward to that. But I just wanted to point out this is the best natural generation I've ever found. And if you don't believe that this is actually naturally generated, I've got the seed and the coordinates of each of these written down on a bit of paper next to me, and they will be published in the description of this video. So you can go and look at it yourself. The coordinates will all be there. There are 5 naturally generated cave spider spawners within loadable range of each other, and I am turning them into a farm in the next episode, or maybe the one after, depending on what I decide to do. So, look forward to that. I look forward to making this into... And yes, I have checked around. There are no more. There's another one in that direction, but it's too far to be loaded. But yeah, I wanted to draw attention to this because it is amazing. Alright. With that, I'm going to bring this episode to a close. We've done a lot. We have built this. I know it was an ungratuitous amount of time lapse, and I know it's not finished yet, but I spent a long time doing this, mostly because I had to widen everything and carve stuff out and go and collect resources and then put all of this together, I had to run around trying to search for geodes to get the calcite and the smooth basalt. And I obviously had to grind out this beacon because I was sick and tired of having to dig stone not instantly, as in this allows me to instant mine. So that's great. But I'm going to end this episode here. If you liked it, feel free to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.